Okay, so for anybody who is feeling guilty about wanting to make changes in their life, let's see what the cards have to say for you. Ooh, the Queen of Wands coming out of the gate here. The Queen of Wands is saying you need to trust yourself. That it ain't easy, right? Change is not easy, but trust, I know trusting you and yourself sometimes isn't easy either, right? But the cards are saying that you know what you want. You've got the drive, you've got the ambition, you've got the passion. But let's look at it in a kind of a more mature manner. That you're not all of a sudden like, I'm ready for change, I'm quitting my job, I'm divorcing my husband, I'm, leaving my family, I'm telling my whole friend group to F off. Like, no, that's not the kind of change we're talking about. We're talking about looking at it in a very mature way of, okay, this is what I'm excited about. This is where I want to go. How do I get there in a way that feels authentic to me and feels that I'm not biting off more than I can chew, that I'm not just jumping in, that I'm acting with maturity, and that I'm saying, okay, this is what I have new that I want to explore. How can I do that in a way that is grounded, safe, supportive of me and my family, my friends, and my spouse, and whatever else. Because when we make changes like really rapidly, rapid change, that doesn't always work out for the best of us. Like, yeah, we don't also want to be the type of person who just sits back and thinks nothing is ever going to happen for me, because you have to be the one that makes that change. You're the one that needs to want to make that change. But again, we don't want to just fly off the handle and just go and like quit our job and go, 360 into it. Sometimes it's a little safer to take baby steps and say, what kind of action can I take now? What kind of steps that I can take now while I'm still in my job, while I'm still with my spouse, while I'm still with this friend group, whatever it is, that can lead me to the next place where I want to go. And it doesn't have to be an all or nothing type of thing. It can be, okay, is it, if it's another job in a different career, can you take night classes while you still work in your day job? Can you do it on the weekends? Is there a mentor that you can find that, has been there, done that, and that you can talk to them and say, this is what I'm thinking about. Is this really where I want to go? Because also, jumping in head first without a plan can not only be scary, but also may not, work out in your best interest. So what's that other silly saying? You don't want to bite off more than you can chew. So starting small and saying, okay, what can I do right now? What steps can I do right now that lead me higher and higher and higher to the next level, where it doesn't have to be all or nothing? Because all or nothing can be really scary, especially for those of us that are a little more introverted, a little more cautious with life, a little more reserved. Going headfirst into anything is scary as shit for people like us. And so, again, taking those little baby steps is I think will pay off big time in the long run. Let's see if there's one more card that wants to come out. Yeah. And this card is telling me that right now you don't want to be jumping head first, that to really like look at what it is that you want, really start, being in the planning phase right now. What do I need to do to get there? Because it's not an A to Z type of thing. It's, A, B, C. And I use this example all the time, that sometimes there's always going to be a step backwards. And it's not back to one, it's back to B. It's a small step backwards. But really think about what it is that you want and the steps that you can take to get yourself there. And if you'd like to book a reading with me where I can help you flesh out those steps, flesh out what it is that you want to do, where it is that you want to go, the links are in the bio.